I'm Scott Marchand. I'm the Executive Director of the Peace Air Space Museum here. So the Peace Air Space Museum is one of the world's greatest aerospace history treasures. We've been around for over 40 years now. We've been growing steadily from our nucleus of 48 aircraft, and we now have over 350. We're continually growing. We represent all eras, nations, and types of aviation and aerospace history. It's a spectacular place. On your visit here, you will be able to walk the grounds freely and explore everything that interests you for as long as you care to. When you're here, you're going to see lots of historic exhibits related to air and space. The Peace Air and Space Museum here is one of the largest privately run air and space organizations in the world. We have over 350 aircraft. We are not affiliated with any government agency. We operate this entirely on our own. In general, we offer 3 standard tours: the walking tour, the tram tour, and of course the AMARG Boneyard tour. The Boneyard has been located in Tucson since the end of the Second World War and has been ever increasing in popularity since that time. So much so that in 1999, the Air Force approached us to collaborate and be their partner in providing tours to the facility.
So I'm Colonel Jennifer Bernard. I am the commander of the Aerospace Maintenance and Regeneration Group. We belong to Ogden Air Logistics Complex, which belongs to the Air Force Sustainment Center. We are the largest aircraft storage and preservation location in the world. We have a wonderful partnership with Peace Air and Space Museum, which is across the street from us that is outside of the base borders. 309th Aerospace Maintenance Regeneration Group, otherwise known as AMARG, is inside Davis-Monthan and is a military installation. We are an active military unit. People often come here looking for planes that they might have been part of when they were in the military, and quite often those airplanes have already been disposed of or put into museums. If you want historical airplanes, that's what is over at the Peace Air and Space Museum. Here we store and preserve aircraft for the military and Department of Defense. We only store what has a viable use to go back into fleets that are still flying today. If you'd like to have a tour of the Boneyard, or we prefer to be referred to as the Air Power Reservoir, then you need to go to the Peace Air and Space Museum, who has a bus tour twice a day, and you have to have a reservation 10 business days in advance of when you want to come to meet Davis-Monthan security requirements. Even if you're a CAT card holder and you have access to a military base, you need to go through the museum to get a tour of the Air Power Reservoir, because we are a restricted area within Davis-Monthan Air Force Base.
So, you've successfully made an AMARG reservation. You've shown up to the museum to attend your tour and checked in. Please remember to bring the information and the identification that you used to make your reservation. You must have that with you to get your boarding pass for the bus. So, to get your boarding pass for the AMARG tour and buy your ticket to the museum, go to the admissions counter, inform the guest services associate that you have an AMARG reservation. They will bring up your information, confirm your ID, sell you your ticket. You'll get information on the time of your tour departure, and please arrive at the assembly point 30 minutes before the tour is scheduled to depart. When you're boarding the bus, the tour guides will again verify your identification, and they will collect your boarding pass. Also, please remember, you're not allowed to take any bags or large personal items with you. You're restricted to a camera or a purse. The bus will take about 20 minutes to get to the north side of Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, where you'll then go through the primary security screening process required by the Air Force. So now you've finally arrived at your target destination. You've passed the gates of the 309th AMARG. So what happens next? Well, this is where our tour guide really shines and comes into their own. For the next 45 minutes, you'll be driven around the base and you will see a huge assembly of aircraft. You will see one of the most amazing aerospace spectacles in the world. At any given time, there's more than 4,000 aircraft parked in the desert awaiting their fates. So enjoy your tour. This is really a once-in-a-lifetime bucket list type of museum to visit. You can always come to the Peace Air Museum. You don't need a reservation. Just show up at the door, buy your ticket, wander the grounds, enjoy yourself, have lunch, visit the gift shop, you name it. But if you really want to go see the Boneyard, you do require the reservation, so please follow the instructions on the website.